This is an educational example based on my personal approach. Results vary widely, and nothing here guarantees profit or future performance. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Trading with Ashley show. Me and Sadie Girl and Abby have a lot to share with you. And I wasn't going to do a video today because I've done a lot of videos this week, but this trade setup was so incredible. I thought I would go ahead and take some time and share with you a couple of things about Robinhood. We saw such a drop today in Robinhood, and I think it was driven primarily by the comments that Vlad made. And when you get a drop like you did today based on something like that, I'm going to show you from looking at the technicals when all the algos kicked in and people were starting to get margin called. You can see it pretty clearly on the volume bars. So I thought I would show you that and what to look for tomorrow. Now, a lot of the members of my community, they were able to jump in on some incredible trading that we did today with Robinhood. If you are considering whether or not to join the community, take that quiz down below in the description and consider coming to see us because we really do quite a bit. Like tomorrow, for instance, we have so many positions that are expiring. We will be able to close out positions that will equate to $17,000 in premium. And we'll take assignment on a few of those. I think we're taking assignment on Tesla and Robinhood and maybe Dell. We're just watching Dell to see if we actually get assignment. But we're not afraid of assignment because we're with quality companies. We're getting assigned and then we can turn around and start selling covered calls. That just happened to us with Apple and Google. We were able to really make some great trades by getting assigned on those stocks. So if you are considering it and you want to expand your knowledge base, I think you have found your family with us. We would love to have you. Now let's talk about these trade setups with Robinhood. I actually have 5 to show you. My brain is just on fire with all the different possibilities. And they're great for both large or small accounts. I've got a couple for large and then some for small so that you can look at a variety of potential trades. And they're for a variety of styles. I have one of my favorite trades, which is buying a leaf. So I did that today. I alerted my members exactly when I was going to buy it. And when it hit, I just went ahead and did it. And then I paid for it by selling some puts. I'm going to show you my entries. And then also I am going to show you some trades that you can take before earnings or that you can take after earnings. So I've got a lot to go over with you. Let's jump into the computer. Let's go over it all so that you are prepared for tomorrow. We have a short trading week next week. So I want to make sure you get in all the trading that you want tomorrow. Let's go. Here's our trade Robinhood. Now let me show you right here. You can see that we ended the day at 110.35. That's down 7.79%. After hours, we did see a little bit of a lift. We'll have to see if that holds for tomorrow. But here's what I wanted to show you. Do you see this huge red bar right here? This is a volume bar, and you can see it's significantly longer than everything around it. This is when you can tell that liquidations were taking place. When you have a massive volume bar like that, this is margin calls and other situations where people are over leveraged. And then after that, you can see the volume bars that came after it. You still had a little bit of selling pressure, and then things started to slow down a little. Here, you almost had a green bar that was equal to the sell bar. So that showed you that there was seller exhaustion that was happening real time. Now, tomorrow, what we'll look for, we'll look to see in the morning, especially, usually within the first 15 minutes, do we get a green bar that overtakes this red bar right here? And if so, and if that holds and the price holds, then we may have seen our local bottom. And so you'll look at some of the opportunities I'm going to show you. You may not get the pricing that's available tomorrow that we were able to get today, but you can still do pretty good. I think we'll still have some elevated IV, and you'll just have to take a look at it and see. But I think based on the returns that I'm going to show you on the pricing at market close, if you got anything close to it, you should do pretty good. Before we get into the actual trades, I want to bring your attention to earnings dates that are coming up for Robinhood. That is on February the 10th. So earnings gives this increased volatility. I want you to be aware of it if you're going to try to take an earnings play. Now let's look at the chart so we can see our various levels of support on Robinhood. So here's what I am looking at right here. We're obviously trading at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, and we're not yet oversold, but we're close. We're at 39. So the different levels to watch are right here. We're actually at one of the levels now, 110. You see all the candle touches that took place there. And if you go down to the next level, you can see right here at about that 103 mark, right before we get to that all-important $100. Now, if Robinhood goes below $100, it's an incredible opportunity, in my opinion, to purchase leaps. We were able to purchase one today. I'll go in heavier if we go below $100 based on the fact that this is the 200 moving average, coupled with the fact that it's that $100 barrier. A lot of traders say, if I can get it under 100 again, I am jumping at the chance. So that's what I'll be looking for any further dips if they come down. And then if you're looking at earnings, I'm going to show you some trades. In one trade, I'm going to actually go below this 200-day moving average, because typically what will happen if you do pierce the 200-day moving average, usually within about a week, it will reclaim it and it'll continue to go up. Now, if we drop far below the 200-day moving average, then there are additional risks that you need to consider and exits on a trade that goes below the 200-day. The 200-day is a dicey. It can either serve as support, or if we drop hard underneath it, then it has to claw its way back up out of harm's way. Here's the trade that I shared with my members today. Now, this does require a larger account because you will need enough of the cash to back up the sold puts. But what I did was I went ahead and I bought to open one contract on Robinhood for a leaps call option. I went out to March of 2027. I went with the $100 strike. So for that, I paid $36.05. Here it is right here, $3,605. But then I took it a step further and I actually went much earlier. I went to June of 2026 and I sold the 110 puts. I did 3 of these. Now, this is going to allow me to get out of this early if Robinhood moves back up, and I would have 100% paid for that leaps, and I'll get out of this sold put early to release that cash. I was paid $5,000 in premium when I opened up these 3 trades. So that more than financed this $3,600 that I just paid for the leaps. So ideally what will happen is once I am able to hold on to the vast majority of this $5,000, maybe 3/4 of it, I'll get out of these 3 trades, and then it would have 100% financed this, and this will be free to run for another year, over another year. Both of these trade setups are bullish trade setups, so there are risks, and I want to make you aware of what they are. If you see this $100 call right here, if you buy this and then Robinhood pulls down and stays down, then this will start to lose value. And if it doesn't recover, usually within the first 6 months of buying it, it's going to be really difficult to make money on it. The other thing to consider, if you've sold these puts at the 110 level, so you're agreeing to buy Robinhood at 110 if on our expiration date, June 16th, it is there. Well, if Robinhood drops below 110 and stays below 110, then these become more vulnerable to early assignment. Usually that might happen maybe about a month before if we stay suppressed, or even without early assignment, it's really hard to roll and get out of them if we were to drop, let's say, to something around the $70, $65 mark. So those are the risks when you put on a trade like this. Now I'm going to take you through some particular trade setups that you may want to consider. The first one is going to be looking at 22 days away from now. It's on 2/6. This is before earnings. Earnings is on February the 10th. And I like this 105 strike here. If you go with the 105 strike and you were to make that trade today, now this will change tomorrow, you've got to watch price action, but you would receive $3.40 to make this trade. That's a 3.2% return in 22 days, which equates to about a 53% annualized return. This is a great opportunity if you're not afraid of holding Robinhood at the 105 level. Now I'm going to review a potential trade for you that would take place after earnings. It's about 17 days after earnings. And so you want to watch the price movement. I've watched it and I see if we have a pullback on a stock like Robinhood, usually within about a week, it regains its composure and it starts trading up again. But these high beta stocks can go either way. So you definitely want to be careful. And I found this one trade right here. Look at the 107. The expiration date is 2/27. If you were to sell this put today, you would have received $7.45 to make that trade. Well, if you look at the returns, that's a 6.9% return in the 43 days. So that gives you about a 59% annualized return. Now, if Robinhood goes up after earnings and this rapidly goes down in pricing, then you'll be able to get out of this trade much sooner than the expiration date, and that will increase your annualized return. Now I am going to give small accounts a few different options for trades. If you are not afraid of credit spreads, here's one that I found for you. Now, this anchors myself to that 200-day moving average, so it goes below that. My opening trade is the $95 strike. Now, I've selected March because that gives the drama of earnings times to pass, and then if it does have a pullback, it gives it time to recover. If you go with this trade, it's a $10 wide spread. You'd be selling the 95 put. You'd be buying the 85 put. The credit is substantial right now. It's $2.35. Now, that's a really big return on a spread, but the risks are higher on spreads. So I want you to be fully aware. The return on this particular trade, if you held it to the end, would be 23.5%, and this trade expires in 64 days. Annualized, that would actually be 134%. So you can see you can get a lot more on the spreads, but it's a risk-reward dynamic because if this blows through your strike prices, then you could lose the full $1,000 that you're putting up for the trade. So just be aware of the risk before you enter a trade like this. And I always say don't go in too heavy on speculative trades. And finally, for my last trade to share with you, this has to do with the leveraged ETF on Robinhood. It's ROBN. This is a leveraged product, so you need to be careful with it, and you never want to stay in these too long. So you can either buy Robin now and then just hold on to it for a couple of weeks and see what happens and see if it rises as we get closer to earnings, and then sell for profit. If you wanted to sell a put, there's quite a bit of open interest and volume for a leveraged ETF on this particular chain. It's the March 20th expiration date. And if you look right here at the $40 strike, this is a 0.23 delta, so that's very respectable if you're considering deltas on being put the shares. For this, if you were to sell this today, you would have received $3.76 for this sold put. That's a nice return. That's a 9.4% return in the period of the trade, which is 64 days, which equates to the 53% annualized return. I hope that helped. You're all inspired and you are ready to trade. Hey, if you want to watch another video where I went over 9 trades that Congress is making, I'm going to leave that video for you right here. Remember, if you're with me, Trading with Ashley, there is no trader left behind. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'm excited to work with you next week and see what incredible opportunities we can find.